What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Slashers and Superheroes. I'm Cameron, that's Jacob right next to me, and welcome to another video. This time we're reviewing a TV show, which is kind of different. We usually review movies and such, but we decided we wanted to do a TV show. It is for the Percy Jackson series that just came out 2 days ago. Currently, we are filming at 1:51 in the morning after a couple technical problems. Jacob's
Okay.
camera wasn't working, but turns out he just had to flip a switch. And then my microphone is working for the first time, so I'm not using my crappy PC, so I get to use my clean camera. So it's been a Christmas
Hey, things are
miracle
looking
of
up.
technical problems being fixed. So it's a pretty good
Yep.
day for me, for us rather. Um, but before we get into this video, please like and subscribe. That'd be much appreciated. Follow us on the links down below, up top, and below. Like I said, um, uh, sleep paralysis is already hitting me. It's almost 2, so um, I
We
just
still got
realized.
two more videos after this, man.
Yeah, we do. We got 2 more videos after this, so we're gonna make these pretty quick. So, the
Yep.
Percy Jackson series. Now, I don't know if you ever read the books, but I was obsessed with the books growing up. I was a book nerd, in middle school, so I read them quite a
hmm
lot. And so, I love the original series, the first 5 books, and then the Lost Hero series that came after that was pretty good too. But I kind of lost interest as I grew up. But I love those books, and so when the first movie came out with Logan Lerman, I was
hmm
like, I'm gonna go see that. So I went to see it in theater, and being as young as I was, I just thought, oh, this is cool. This kind of looks like the book. But as I got older, I was like, yeah, this is not a good adaptation of the book. It's not. And they made a good casting choice with Percy, but
hmm
um, everything else was just kind of you know. So leading up to this with Percy Jackson, the TV show, I mean, they casted some good kids. I know Walker Scoble. I know what he is capable of, and I figured, well, he's a good choice for Percy. I mean, he doesn't have the jet black hair, but he's a good choice. And then
Yeah.
the other 2 kid actors for Grover and Annabeth, I've never seen their work, so I was excited to see what they were able to do. Um,
hmm
and the trailers looked good, and so I was pretty excited for it. So coming into this, I was pretty hyped. So I know from a message that you sent me when you were telling me what you thought on the series, or the first 2 episodes rather, that you weren't as big of a fan of Percy Jackson.
Yeah. So I've never read the books. So you talked about you read all 5 books, and then
Yeah.
the series after. Yeah, I've never read any of the books. I grew up watching the first movie, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I because I've never read the books, I didn't really care about how accurate the movie was. I just saw it as like just a movie, and I thought it was fun. It's never been like one of my all-time favorites or anything, but I enjoyed it. The second one I've seen once, and even as a kid, I was like, "This is not very good."
It was not good at all.
Yeah. so yeah, so it's kind of the opposite. I know you love the Percy Jackson books. Haven't read a single book, so we're gonna get 2 different perspectives here on the
Yes.
TV show so far.
Yeah. So it's gonna be quite interesting because I know a lot of people were hyped, especially those that read the books and
hmm
were obsessed with them when they were younger. But how does the first 2 episodes stack up? I can say from a book reader perspective, it is pretty accurate and it's pretty good. Um, Now, I only have one major gripe, but I'll get into that later. But there's a whole lot of positives with this. I feel like they did a real good job with how they laid out each episode. Like, and it was very intriguing because you would have a scene, right? And then after each scene, it would be like a black, like to cut to black. And I always saw that as like turning the page or like the next chapter of the book that you're reading. It would go cut to black and then next chapter,
hmm
whatever. I thought that was really cool. Um, Again, Walker is great as Percy. I mean, it's no surprise there. Um, and get this, they're kids. They're every single person in the Camp Half Blood that you go to go see them, and they're all kids. which
Hmm.
is a big plus. They're not 20-year-olds disguised as 12-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
Which is, again, a big plus. Um, and I just thought they did such a good job with Sally, Percy's mom. Um, she is always such a lovable mother, and she loves Percy to death, and she does everything that she can for Percy in the books. And they did a really good casting choice with her, and they wrote her pretty well.
Hmm.
Like the moment between her and Percy in the rain, that was good. That almost got me in the feels a little bit.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, because I've never read the books, all I can go off of is just comparing the TV show to the movie. And I thought that moment with her and Percy was done much better
mhm.
in this TV show than it was in the movie. And I thought Sally was written a lot better. And yeah, I found her to be. I mean, she was in a little bit of the first episode, wasn't really in the second until you find out that she's alive.
Yeah,
But just off that first episode, yeah, definitely, I agree. Better written character than in the Logan Lerman movie.
yeah. I don't remember much of Sally in the movies, so that immediately just
Yeah, they
like,
just kind of that moment. They kind of I don't know. It felt like they rushed it.
mhm.
Just looking back, but yeah.
And the whole Miss Dodds thing was pretty, accurate to the books. And
Hmm.
Riptide getting, Percy getting Riptide, and Grover basically telling on him, all from the book. And it was accurate, but it was also like, okay, the way it was like shot and the way that it was written kind of different at the same time, which I
Yeah,
really enjoyed. Um, and yeah, I mean, the CGI held up well. I mean, it was kind of, I mean, you can tell it was CGI, but I mean, it held up well.
yeah.
Um,
That's one of the things I'm kind of mixed about. Not that like the CGI is bad
mhm.
so far in the show, but you can kind of tell like at moments that the CGI is not perfect in the show,
Yeah, like
which is it's fine. You know,
yeah,
it's not bad enough that it takes you out of it.
well, like Miss Dodds, I can like that CGI I didn't
Yeah.
particularly like, but
Hmm.
the Minotaur, he
Yeah.
that looked pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I did.
I don't know if it was because it was dark outside and the lighting or whatever, but that was pretty top notch.
Hmm.
Now I can say that my one major gripe is, being a book reader. Um, Percy's stepdad, Gabe, I felt like he was too jokey. He wasn't, mean enough, because in the books he's a dick. Like, he's abusive, basically. Like, he hits
Hmm.
Sally. He's verbally abusive to Percy. He threatens to kill him. Like, it's bad. And I get it's like a Disney Plus show and it's catered towards kids
Yeah.
and whatever. That's probably why it's not like that.
Um,
Um,
yeah.
but Gabe is not mean enough, and the guy that plays him is not scary looking enough. Um,
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong;
Um,
it's not a bad casting choice,
so
but
yeah. So overall, though, I think the first two episodes are really good.
hmm
Um, Definitely better adapted than the movie. I could like, I don't even have to read the books just to tell you that there's like way more care and accuracy put in. You can just tell. Um,
I mean, the author of the books, Rick Riordan, is a part
yeah.
of the series. He did the casting, he's
Yeah.
done the screenwriting, so producing.
Yeah. Yeah. For the cast is great.
hmm
Like the acting for the most part is really good. The CGI for the most part is good. The little action we've gotten, like at camp,
hmm
and then a little bit in the first episode is good. Um, yeah, like the only complaints I have are like you talk about like the black screen. Apparently, from what I've heard, it actually happens more in episode 3 and 4 than 1 and 2. And 1 and 2, you kind of notice it. You're like, that's kind of odd. It almost felt like a cable show that like kind of fades to black because it's got to go to commercial, but
Right.
it's on streaming, so there's no commercials. I mean, there was like ads, but um, and then like I agree. You're talking about how his stepdad. That's what there's moments of the show, and I get that it's targeted for younger audience. Percy Jackson fans are usually around our age or younger,
hmm
so I don't know. It is still at moments it has like that kind of, I was you know what I'm talking about, Disney Plus feel
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing,
Yeah.
where like they don't want to go too dark. And like you said, with the stepdad, I agree. It was like it almost like he was mean, but he wasn't really that mean. Like he was kind of getting on to Percy, but he was also kind of joking at the same time.
Yeah.
When he was like, they said I attacked a kid at school, and he was almost like proud of him for doing that. I don't know. It was,
Well,
and then the
that's a
when him
Gabe
and
thing though.
yeah,
I
when
would.
him and
Yeah.
Sally were like talking about not wanting to watch the Knicks game alone, I was like, I don't know. It's like it was weird, even from not having read the books.
Yeah. Sally and Gabe didn't really get along, but here's the thing. This is the one mistake that they made with Gabe is that they had a Zach Wilson jersey in a frame in the background. Did you notice that? They had a Zach Wilson jersey on the wall
Uh,
in a frame. Like it was like precious to him on a
yeah.
wall. When he's sitting in the recliner, it's on the wall behind him. I'll put a picture if I can when I edit it, but I was like,
They're saying
no.
So you're saying your big problem is that because Zach Wilson's not a good quarterback, he would not have a framed jersey
Yeah,
on the wall.
that's the problem. If you're a sports fan, you should get that. But
I mean, I guess if he's a Jets fan, you got to have like a Johnny Unitas. You have to have a Joe Namath
yeah,
and not a Zach Wilson. Yeah,
yeah. But
yeah.
anyway, overall though, I really enjoyed the first two episodes. I did,
Hmm.
and I told Jacob before he started, I was like, the first 5 minutes are better than the entire first two movies that they did
Yeah, and
back.
I agree.
Like it's
Just
just done better.
the opening like monologue and everything.
Hmm.
When it shows him in the rain and everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
great opening.
it was
And
real good.
yeah, it's really good so far. It's not like I've never been a big Percy Jackson fan, so it's not like I'm over the moon about it and I'm like blown away or anything. It's not good enough yet, at least for me, where I want to like run out and get all the books and start reading them. But it's a really solid show. It's actually better than I thought it would be so far.
You heard it first. You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first. A non-book reader can love the show. So, if you've read the books and you're watching this now, then yeah, we enjoyed it. We can give a rating out of. I mean, you do it out of 5. I do it out of 10. But
Okay.
I would say a 9 out of 10. Right.
Yeah, I'd say if we're going out of five, I'm gonna say like 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
It's like an 8 so far.
So he has an 8, I have a 9. So yeah, they're not perfect, but it's a really,
Hmm.
really good start because we're slowly easing back into the universe. We haven't seen it in years,
Hmm.
and
We'll see what worries me is that this is completely different than MCU and Star Wars, but
mhm.
a lot of times the Disney Plus shows with MCU and Star Wars, a show will start strong, and then by the finale, it'll just kind of go out in a whimper and not land.
Yeah. Well, this isn't Marvel. This isn't Star Wars.
Yeah,
This is
that's what I'm
different.
saying. Yeah, it's different. So, but it still has me worried, just because it's so many Disney Plus shows have done this.
Yeah. I mean, I get it because I did a review of the first two episodes of Secret Invasion. And we all know how that turned out. So,
Yeah.
that show turned out to be booty cheek. So, we'll see how this goes, but it's a promising start so far. But yeah, we both liked it. If you liked the first two episodes, please leave it in the comments or like the video, whatever you want to do. And if you
Mhm.
didn't like the first two episodes for some odd reason, please leave that down below and we'll conversate, I guess. Um, but yeah, that's going to be it for us here for the Percy Jackson first two episodes review. Again, like and subscribe, follow us on the links below and up top, and we will see you on the next two videos that we have to record after this one. So I'm Cameron, that's Jacob, and we will see y'all on the next episode. Bye, y'all.